I'm redoing this video because you're asking about my simple headshot, so let's get into what I do. So first off, I'm going to start with the one light setup because I think that's pretty easy, and a reflector. Most people, you don't need the giant reflector I've got. You can use a white piece of card for all I care. You can use a standard £5 one you got off of eBay. I prefer the silver or the white side. It's rare I use the gold. I think the silver is probably more used by me, but the white one has nice gentle reflection. Silver is a little bit more contrasty, can cause specks to highlight, so just be mindful. So what we are going to do is ignore all the lights that side, okay? We're going to ignore that. So this is on a boom. You don't even have to have a boom. It can be on a light stand. No one cares about that, right? I am very lucky to have this very nice curved reflector. So if my client was sat there, this is where they're sitting. This will be lowered and raised depending on the height of the client, okay? So at the minute, it's sat quite high because I don't know if I'm going to have, when the client arrives, I'm going to have them standing or sitting, okay? I do ignore the flooring. The flooring is there because I have a white floor and it gets scratched up. But it does offer, I suggest, maybe potentially a little less bounce back of light. The backgrounds are there. They're going to be pulled down. In this shoot, we're going to use the dark grey, possibly the dark, but they can be lit and unlit. In this one, I'm going to do it nice simple. They're going to be unlit for the first one. The idea is that I'm showing you how easy. Now, the distance between is probably, if you're lucky, 2 meters, maybe. My measurements are off. But if you see, this is what the client sees. Let me sit down, see my messy studio, the reflector, and this. It has a grid on because this is a very large light source. I want to control it so it's still a large light source that gives me soft lighting, but then the grid stops it going too crazy, okay? So for me, I prefer this for my headshots. It's up to you what you want. I think it gives a very flattering light. Notice though, if I'm looking straight ahead, this is not above me. I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge. I'm on this bit here. This is called feathered light, okay? This means that there is no light hitting my background. It is literally hitting my face going down and hitting that reflector here, okay? Bouncing back into me. Now, if I wanted to, I would probably put this strip box on. Ignore the blue light for now. The strip box on to allow a bit of light to cut it out from a dark background, particularly if my model client has dark hair, dark clothing. It just cuts them out a little bit, adds a little bit more dimension to the pictures. It is not necessary. If you don't have this, don't get yourself into masses of trouble by going off and buying stuff. You can use a white piece of card. Now, this is called a V flat. It is not. It's a bit of polystyrene that I painted white and put on these stands, okay? But you don't need to have that. You could literally put a white sheet up on a backdrop stand. You could put it, I'm very lucky that I have white walls. I could photograph this more towards the white walls. Remember, we're looking at light bouncing in. The reason I choose a large light source is one, I want it softer, and that's very flattering for everybody involved. You can see here it smooths off the skin. This gentleman did have a little bit of skin texture that was a little bit more prominent, so this does help smooth that out. Also, the feathered light allows for less dramatic shadows, and then with that curved reflector, it does bounce back in. And take away any harsh shadows that we've got. You can do this with a normal reflector, a flat one. Just make sure you angle it in. And that light comes down, straight down because of that grid over it, hits reflector and bounces back. Similar in this scenario. I could move that V flat closer to give me some, if you like, some fill if I didn't have a second light. You can do this with flash, any sort of, even constantly. Doesn't matter. The idea is it's all about those angles. Remember in school we said, oh, I have to know about angle of the light. Yeah, you do here. But it's really simple to do. My settings are around 200 per second, f5.6, done. Really easy and all retouched by Retouch for Me. Simple retouch. I have a discount code in the description below. And even in this setup, I was able to do the duo together without changing anything. It's so good and a simple setup. I hope you enjoyed it and see you all in the next video.